Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back again. This is the CTS Turbo Series Part 3, and today we're going to be doing the Chargepipes, Intercooler, and J-Pipe. So this is going to be Part 3 of the 5-part series, man. So there's 2 more episodes, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop Episode 4 and Episode 5 of the series, man. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's get it. So he's removing the coolant reservoir right there. So we got to get to the intercooler and J-pipe, which is what we're installing next. So you can kind of see the factory J-pipe, that plastic piece right down there. So we're going to be replacing that, and then also the intercooler.
The intercooler actually just pops right up.
Yeah.
It's scary, it's a little scary, but it just...
Yeah, I think there's some grommets or something.
Yeah, there's grommets, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
There's that last grommet right there.
Yep. So, there we go. Got that. So there, that's it right there, as far as like getting it loose.
Yeah.
So, and the reservoir it's mounted actually to the intercooler.
Yep. So we have to replace that, put that on the new unit.
And then got to get off the map sensor, which is actually mounted on the intercooler itself.
Alright guys, so we got the stock intercooler right here. You kind of pull up on it in order to get it off. And then that's the stock J-pipe down there, which you're going to be replacing with the aftermarket unit. You got to remove the MAF right there. You got your reservoir back there. You're going to have to replace on the new CTS unit. So intercooler is pretty simple. You just kind of make sure you want to get all your clamps off and everything connected to the intercooler pulled off, and then put on the new one. So pretty simple. Alright, so he's putting the towel right there. Just in case. We did drain all the fluid, but just in case. So you guys can see right there, he's just kind of pulling up on that. Then once it pulls all the way up and stays up, that means it is loosened. So you can pull it off with the intercooler. Looks pretty dry.
Well, that was the top one though. Let's see how the bottom one looks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So we might have a little bit of anything.
Alright guys, so as you can see here, the intercooler is off. And then you can get a real good look at that J-pipe right there, which are also replacing too. So that's plastic and replacing it with an aluminum unit. Alright guys, so what he's doing right here, we got to transfer everything off the stock unit onto the new CTS turbo unit. So you got this piece, you got some other pieces here that's got to come off of this and go on to the CTS unit. Alright everybody, so this is Matt, the owner of Euro Empire. He's been a master technician for over 20 years, and I really want to get his thoughts and impressions on the CTS Turbo intercooler and J-pipe. So Matt, go ahead and let him know what you think.
All right, so the first thing I saw I was impressed with the J-pipe is it actually comes with its own new O-ring. I know that's a little thing, but most of your charge pipes don't come with a new O-ring. We either have to get one separate or we transfer it over. The machining looks really good. Little dirty in here. Some other people may have cleaned that up some, but it's nothing that's coming off. It's just what it is. The powder coating looks really nice. One thing you want to notice when you're putting these on is the meth injection bungs. They're always loose. right? And we've had a ton of people come to us and say, hey, after I did my charge pipe, I'm getting a boost leak. That's because they didn't realize these were loose and they fall out over time. So before we install this, you'll see that we put Teflon tape on it and we tighten those up on both sides. Now with the intercooler, I haven't looked at it yet at all, so we'll all be surprised here. I like that they package it with all the caps on it. That's good, that's good quality. The welds look really consistent all the way around. That looks good. The powder coating looks pretty good on it and everything. It looks like it's got cast end tanks. That's fine. So we can take these off. Whenever you get an intercooler of any kind, you always want to look in the ports and you want to see if there's any metal shavings in there, because the quality control on some of these things isn't always the best. So we'll peek in there and we'll look for metal shavings. And I don't see any on that side, so that's good. We'll look into the coolant ports. Nothing in there. Nothing that we can see in there. Now we'll look in the side that the J-pipe goes on. And I don't see any metal shavings in there either, which is really good, because most of these, when we pull them out, we end up getting a little bit of metal shavings in there and we got to clean them out really good. So I'm impressed with that. Everything looks pretty good. They got time certs for the threaded spots here and here. That all looks really good. They didn't use a cheap bronze Home Depot connector here like a lot of places do. I guess the next thing we'll see is how the fit and finish is when Brendan installs it.
All right, guys, so you heard it first. The unit looks pretty good. Hopefully it performs well also. All right, as you guys see right there, he slid that off that clamp, and then on this other side, you have to release plug on this other side as well.
And this how this is fastened is kind of weird on these. Actually pop this out, right? And then you actually just go ahead and this pulls right out. Yep.
It's like a fancy zip tie.
Yeah. So that's how that's fastened. And then this will just pop right off. Just like so.
Yep. And right here is that clip that you got to release on this the other side, like I was showing you. So this is you release this side and then also this clip right here.
And then if you ever do reinstall the stock one, you put this back in first. You actually you literally slide this in.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. Like I said, it's definitely like a different design. The S55 is the only one that uses, like the N54 and N54 and N55s don't use this design.
Yeah. All right, guys, so you can see right there, the J-pipe is installed, so we're good to go there. All right, guys, so what he's doing right here is, like I said before, he's transferring the stuff from the stock unit over to the CTS unit. All right, everyone, so as you can see here, we got the J-pipes installed, the intercooler installed, and now we're going for the charge pipes to go ahead and finish out the build. All right, everyone, so on these factory charge pipes right here, it does have the meth bunds. You just want to make sure you tighten them up because they come finger tight from the factory. So you want to make sure you tighten them up first before you put them on. Also, one thing you got to do on the charge pipes is you have to transfer the O-rings from the stock unit, as these do not come with O-rings. All right, everyone, so as you can see right here, we put on the clamps onto the intercooler. You want to make sure you tighten the intercooler side first, then put the charge pipe on, then tighten the charge pipe side. Alright guys, so the charge pipes are installed. You can see down there. As you can see there, charge pipes installed, intercooler installed, J-pipe installed. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and put all the intake piping and everything back in place. And then when I come back, you'll be able to see the finished product. Alright everyone, so everything is installed. The stock pieces are back on. Charge pipes look good, the intercooler looks good, everything looks good and everything fits. I would say the charge pipes gave us a little bit of trouble. They didn't fit perfect. We were able to get them in, but they were not perfect fitment. So, you know, that's, you know, I've heard that about a lot of the aftermarket charge pipes. They don't fit very well. So, I mean, these are kind of in that same boat. The only ones that I actually heard that fit like perfect, like OEM, were the Mishimoto ones. So, we were still able to get them to fit. It just took a little work. So, just keep that in mind. But everything else goes in, flows perfectly. And now we're gonna put some more fluids back in the car, and then I'm gonna go ahead and flash the stage 2. We're gonna go for a little drive.